not a chance would I work for someone like that again. So I would have zero tolerance for that because I cannot stand that. Right, hello, welcome to another video. I'm the Grey Gardener. Today I'm going to be talking about reasons why you can sack a customer or get rid of a garden. The first thing I'll say is I will never get rid of a garden mid-season unless it's truly warranted. And I'm just trying to think, I don't know whether I've even done that. So the customer would have to do something pretty bad for us to just say, right, I'm definitely not coming back. And luckily, I've got a few videos on here that you might say, really, but 99% of my customers are absolutely spot on. The regulars. That's why they're regulars. You know, they're good, the garden's good, and they've kept me on because I keep turning up and I keep doing a decent job. So I would never get rid of a customer mid-season because I think it's poor, really. I don't think you should leave them in the lurch, you know, whilst everything is still growing. Excuse the sweat patches, I'm quite warm. So the first one, and some people have zero tolerance, and I've walked away on a few jobs because of it, and that's dog poo. Now, as I say, some people, if they come across dog poo, they'd either mow around it or just sack the garden off. So I've got two gardens rather, where there's always one or two little bits, and they get rid of it, the rest of it, and they kind of go over the lawn. But I go over the lawn with my eye, and I always find one or two bits, always. And I find if the garden is easier, I'm more tolerable of that. You know, pick a couple of bits up, pop it in the bin. You're done in 20 minutes. You're getting your 25 quid or whatever it is. If that garden was difficult, or I was, for whatever reason, and there was always bits of dog poo, I'd probably sack it off, to be quite honest with you. I don't know whether that's right or wrong, but that's what I do. And this video is just all about things what I do. It's just my experience. So yeah, dog poo. It's not very nice when you come across it, but it just depends. As I say, I have walked off jobs and where it's been caked, and there's a tolerance level, don't get us wrong, but I'm not zero tolerance yet. So late pays. Now, I've never been in a situation where I've done a garden, they haven't paid us for 2 weeks and it's rolled back around to their next visit. If that was the case, I've always had it in my mind where I wouldn't do that cut. And if they didn't pay pretty quick after that, they'd be gone. So I've never had that, so that's good. I do have prolific late pays, people who guaranteed won't pay the same day or next day. It's always in maybe 4 or 5 days' time. I might have to chase them on the odd occasion, and they'll pay, after I've chased them, kind of thing. It's annoying, but nobody's perfect. And are you really going to get rid of all these? Not that I have many, mind. It's only a handful. Am I really going to get rid of the garden where it's, the decent gardens, just because they pay a bit late? It's annoying, but I personally wouldn't want to get rid of them. Having said that, obviously, if it carries on to the next visit and then they still don't pay quick, they'd be gone. So that would be a reason why I would get rid of a customer, if they're really late. Another one, and this would be, in my opinion, be valid. A valid reason to get rid of them mid-season. If someone's outright rude to you, or just like horrible, or so that type of scenario, really, not a chance would I work for someone like that again. So I would have zero tolerance for that because I cannot stand that. Just rudeness in general, really, especially when you're doing work for someone and they probably don't realise how hard it is. Or they'll say that they won't think about the bigger picture, and not many people do, and it's fair enough. They won't think that you're doing 5, 6, 7 plus gardens every day. They just think of their visit. That's when they see you. As soon as you're gone, you're out of their mind. And some people can be horrible and can be miserable. And I certainly wouldn't be doing work for anyone if they were rude to us or say anything nasty or whatever. I'd just say, right, that's it, done. So that would be perfectly acceptable in my mind, to get rid of them as soon as that happens. And I'm sure that's happened to lots of yous. I'm trying to think. I think I've definitely no regulars apart from one which was going to be a regular. She rang us up and pretty much got rid of me. She said, "You made us look a right fool." I had a video out. I don't know when this video will be out, but it'll, at the time of recording, it was about 6 weeks ago when it came out, and she said I made her look a fool. I charged her 25 quid. I was there about 45, 50 minutes, cut the grass, do a bit of weeding. Definitely 25 quid, man, come on. Yeah, I think she's, I don't know, I think she was a bit, whatever, I don't know, but certainly didn't rip her off. So another valid reason of getting rid of a customer or a garden is if the garden's particularly difficult and it's not particularly profitable. You know, well, it's a business at the end of the day, and I like to be efficient in the jobs that I take on and in the work that I do. I don't always get it right, but and this is maybe more applicable in the early days, and it certainly was in my case, where you've maybe you've undercharged because one, you haven't been sure of the price and you want to get work, and you know, you've maybe made a mistake. And the more jobs you get and the more pricing you're doing, you look back at that one and you know, if it's a regular visit, it doesn't really matter. If it's a one-off, you kind of put it to one side and forget about it, take the hit. But if it's a regular job and you're stuck with that price, let's say you're charging, I don't know, my grass cuts start from 20 quid, but let's just say you've charged like 10 to 15 quid for a grass cut and you've messed up. And you know, this has happened to me, and you've got a few options really. You can either be upfront with the customer saying, look, I've messed up, I've undercharged you, this is the price, and then it's up to them whether to say yes or no. I would personally crack on to the end of the season, then come next year, if you want to get rid of them, fine, but you know, go back to them with your price, the new price, and then again it's up to them. You know, as I say, I'm not really keen on dropping people mid-season. I would kind of have the mindset, well, it's my fault, I've messed up. Again, if you've massively messed up, and I've done this on occasion, tends to be on bigger jobs, I've maybe gone back to them and said, look, I know I quoted you this, I've had a rethink, I've had another look, it's going to be, you know, X amount. If we're talking about regular grass cuts, you're probably going to be out by like 5 to 10 max, I would imagine. So in my head, you just crack on through the season and get it done, and give them the revised price. But that's up to you. As I say, this is just the way I do it. So travel time is another one. So you might be wanting to kind of condense your business down geographically into, you know, a smaller area, so you're not driving 10 minutes to one, 10 minutes to the next one. Especially if you're doing, you know, a little like 20-minute, half an hour grass cuts. That would be perfectly acceptable. To kind of cull those gardens that are maybe, you know, a bit do not listen what am I doing you know, that are a bit further afield. So you know, that'll be you know, a reasonable thing to, you know, excuse to get rid of the garden. Again, I would do it at the end of the season, because that's essentially your fault for maybe going too far, taking on work too far out your area. But you know, if you want to get rid of them there and then midsummer, that's, you know, absolutely, it's your choice, it's your business at the end of the day, and you've got to make it work for you. And what I would say finally is just, if you dread going to a garden or seeing a customer for, you know, whatever reason, and this happened to me, I got rid of a customer that she was one of my first few customers, and I just didn't like going. I was dreading going in the end. She was all right, but she was quite demanding. She would make the odd, like, without being too direct, she would always make like a little comment, and it was one of those things that just like wore you down over time. You know, it got to the point where, as I say, I just didn't want to go, and I was talking to my girlfriend, and she was like, "Wait, it's your business, just don't go." So, you know, that's what I did. And you know, if you're not happy for whatever reason, and if anyone's watching, you know, this, and you've got other reasons that you've let go of customers, I'm sure you all will have different kind of stories and stuff to tell us. You know, pop them in the comments. I always love reading through. But yeah, so if you don't like go to a garden for whatever reason, just, you know, sack them off. There's lots of people out there, there's plenty of work. If you're good at your job and you're reliable and turn up, you're going to keep getting work. So yeah, all the joys of running your own business anyway. So I'll end that one there, guys. Thanks for watching again, really appreciate it. Check out the channel if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, Cheers, bye.